Who am I speaking with?
Jessica Lee with Marriott International.
Lars Schmidt with NPR.
And you just got off a panel talking about talent communities, and the two of you came to an agreement, sort of a vague agreement, that a talent community doesn't necessarily have to be sort of a spot on your site. Explain.
So I always talk about talent communities with the air quotes, because I don't necessarily feel like it needs to live and breathe in one single place. For me, it's kind of a multi-channel thing, and it's also just a mentality that we will engage, that we will have active communication, that we'll give back to one another, and that can take place in a lot of different places.
And you agree, yes?
I would agree, and I would also adopt the air quotes. I think for me, talent community is all about the root of the word, community. And I think in HR, people tend to throw it around way too often to define talent pools or talent networks, which are also valuable and have a place, but are not really a community. There's not two-way dialogue and interaction and engagement that is being fostered and built. So, I think the talent community concept, I just think that we in HR tend to use it a little too regularly for things that aren't truly communities.
Well, each of you were doing something kind of unusual. I want to go to each of these little experiments. You first, Lars, you were doing something about pub jobs, which was something for the entire public media community. Explain.
Yeah. So we created Pub Jobs as a way for us at NPR to really use our reach in social media to help shine a spotlight on opportunities across the public media system. So really what it is it's a hashtag called Pub Jobs, and we're involved, American Public Radio, PBS, member stations across the U.S. are all involved, and essentially it's a community where anytime any of us post a job, we use that hashtag, and then we all retweet each other's tweets, so the reach and the virality of those tweets magnifies tremendously. And then we really work proactively to point job seekers towards that stream. So it's a way for us, in our position, if we bring in great talent into public media, whether it's at NPR or a member station or any other organization, the entire system benefits.
And Jessica, and tell me if this is the best example, because I know you said it was just an experiment right now, of these $100 Zappos gift certificates. Explain.
Yeah, so, I think piggybacking off of Lars' example, I really feel like when it comes to talent community, it cannot be just self-serving about come and explore jobs with my organization, because I think for job seekers, they're casting a really wide net. So I think when it comes to operating in talent communities, you've got to be supportive, you've got to give back, and for me, part of how we give back is literally helping people to put their best foot forward. So we're launching a campaign where all people have to do is just sign up and fill out a quick form, and they'll be randomly entered into this contest, and then every day for 10 days straight we're giving away $100 gift certificates to Zappos so that they can buy new shoes and put their best foot forward when they are going out there for interviews. So not sure what the reception is going to be. People might think it's gimmicky, but we just want to try new and fun ways to take people by surprise and have them see, okay, they're not so self-serving, it's not all about their jobs, they actually want to help me as a job seeker. So that's the whole point.
All right, let me ask you a question. If I were to wear these shoes, would I get hired at Marriott?
Oh, absolutely. They say a lot, don't they?
I don't know if they would work on my feet. Hey, just a very, very last thing, and I would like both of you to comment, even though this was your comment, Lars, which was about you think the term talent community, you both used it in air quotes in the beginning, is getting kind of a bad rap. Why do you think that is, and how can we as a community change that brand perception?
Yeah, I think it's just a misuse of the term. If you are doing something that involves, give and take and feedback and interaction with the community that both parties are benefiting from, that's a community. And that may not be the way that some people are trying to package talent community and saying, oh, it's this module that lives here and lives that. It can be very organic, and that's still a community. If it's something where it's purely a push, or like many organizations, they will just have a button on their website that say, join our talent community, and you do, and it basically just feeds you into their ATS. That's not a talent community. And so really it's about the engagement, the interaction, and the benefit, and both sides benefiting from the participation.
And Jessica, how can we sort of better, if you agree the talent communities get a bad rep, what can we do to better sort of improve that branding?
Right, so if you are operating with the community mentality, by all means call the places that you operate on social channels a talent community. You should go for it, you should feel proud. But for folks who are having just a one-way dialogue, and also, I hate to say it, but for vendors who sell something that they're calling a talent community, we've got to either repackage it and call it something else, or make sure that, that what comes with the the community, there's this level of training, there's this level of education that takes place for employers so that they know this isn't a talent community, this is something that'll help us to facilitate and hopefully grow to have a talent community, but it isn't a talent community as it's packaged. So if you're doing it, if you have the mentality, call it that, but vendors maybe have to do something else different.